CMA Final Paper 17 Cost and Management Audit Module number 2 Companies Rules 2014 Cost Records and Cost Audit. This is as per amended in 2014. In this module, we are going to learn Companies Audit Rules 2014. Here is the overview of the module. So it's learning about companies cost audit rules. So let's get into the topic. Module number 2.1 Companies Rules 2014. The Companies Act 2013 empowers the central government to make the rules in the area of maintenance of cost records by companies engaged in specified industries, manufacturing, providing such goods and services, and for getting such cost records audited via section number 148. So it indicates that Companies Act 2013 empowers central government to instruct the industries to perform cost audit and cost records in the specified manner as per section 148. So, next proceed. Thus, it is the subordinate legislative power of the central government to make rules for the maintenance of cost records and audit thereof in respect of specific industries. Accordingly, the central government made from time to time several notifications, orders, ever since the provisions were made in Erstwhile Companies Act 1956 as well as under the current Act 2013. The original rules under Companies Act 1956 were superseded, I mean to say, it means absorbed into Companies Act Rule 2014, which is issued. So, the current effective rule in Companies Act is amended rules 2019, though Companies Act rules 2014 is still remains the principal rules. So it means in 2019 they made further modifications, amendments to Companies Act rules 2014. So here is an analysis. In Rule 1, we can see short title and commencement content. Summary is these rules may be called as Companies Rules 2014. They shall come into force on the date of publication of Official Gazette on 30th June 2014. In Rule 2, we can see definitions of different things like Act, custom tariff, cost accountant in practice, cost auditor, and further stuff. In Rule 3, we can see application of cost records. So here we can see there are two categories, regulated sectors and non-regulated sectors. Have been retained and general threshold turnover of 35 crores or more has been prescribed for companies covered. Micro enterprise or small company enterprises as per MSMED Act 2006 have been taken out of preview. This we can see in diagrammatic view in the below page, diagrammatic representation. Applicability of maintenance of cost records for domestic companies or foreign companies listed under table of rule 3 divided into two things. One is regulated and non-regulated. Whatever regulator or non-regulator, if it is engaged in production of specific goods or providing services, then if the company's overall turnover from all of its products or services is greater than or equal to 35 crore in the preceding financial year, then cost audit is applicable. Okay, so let's see in summary format applicability of cost audit. Even for regulated sectors like telecommunication, electricity, petroleum, gas, drugs, pharma, fertilizers, and sugar, cost audit requirement has been made subject to turnover based threshold of 50 crores for all products and services, and 25 crores for the individual product or service. For non-regulated sectors, threshold limit is 100 crores and greater than 35 crore respectively. So it indicates that in case there is any regulated sectors like telecommunication, electricity, and other specified industries, if that organization turnover is greater than 50 crore, then tax audit is applicable. In case if any of the specific sector or service of product is crossing 25 crore individually, then cost audit is applicable for that individual service or product as well. When it comes to non-regulated sector, it is like 100 crores as total. In case any specific service or goods are increasing greater than 35 crore, then cost audit is applicable for that specific thing. Okay, so diagrammatic representation of this rule 4 we can see below. Applicability of cost auditor under rule 3, regulatory sectors, non-regulatory sectors. Okay, so in under regulatory sector, if overall annual turnover during immediate preceding financial is greater than 50 crore, aggregate turnover of the individual product or products or service is greater than 25 crore, then cost audit is required as per rule 4. This is regulatory sector. And further, if turnover of export foreign exchange is greater than 75% of total revenue, or if operating from special economic zone, that is says, then rule 4 shall not apply. Only rule 3 will be applied. Rule 3 we just saw some time ago. This is what rule 3, greater than or equal to 35 crores in preceding financial year. So let's get back to diagram again. When it comes to non-regulatory sectors, let's see the last point here. Overall annual turnover during immediately preceding financial year is if greater than or equal to 100 crore, aggregate turnover of the individual product or products or services is greater than 35 crores, then cost audit is necessary. In case if revenue from export of foreign exchange is greater than 75% of the total revenue of the organization, or if the non-regulated company is operating from sales, then this rule 4 is not applicable, rule 3 is applicable. So then we'll go to rule 5, maintenance of cost records. Summary. The requirement to maintain cost records in Form CRA1 were postponed to financial year 2015-16 for following companies for some non-regulated sectors, namely coffee, tea, milk powder, and electricals and electric machinery. See, we are in 2024, so now it is applicable. Cost audit. Any casual vacancy in the office of the cost auditor, whether due to resignation, death, or removal, to be filled by the board of directors within 30 days from the occurrence of such vacancy, and company shall inform the central government in Form CRA2 within 30 days of the such appointment of cost auditor. So sometimes in examination we'll get one more question based on rule 6 of the cost audit. Okay, so we have to pay attention to this point specifically, and we have to remember this as part of our job. So let's see this in diagrammatic view. Cost audit under rule 6, that is rule 6, board meeting appoint within 180 days of commencement of financial year. What they have to inform? Appointment of cost auditor. So whenever board meeting happens, first board meeting, from that time, they should appoint a cost auditor within 180 days from the date of commencement of board meeting. Company shall inform the cost auditor concerned of his or its appointment and consent letter from the auditor to be obtained. So they have to inform that you are appointed as cost auditor, and they have to take consent from cost auditor to get appointed. Okay. When auditor appointed, auditor shall continue in office till expiry of 180 days from the closure of financial year or till he submit his report. This is clear, right? So, in case of casual vacancy to be filled by board within 30 days, it should be informed to central government in CRA 2 form within 30 days of such appointment. So, submit cost audit report in cost auditor should give his cost audit report in form CRA 3, then cost audit report submitted to board within 180 days. Company within 30 days from the date of receipt of copy of cost audit report should furnish it to central government in CRA 4. So now we saw four CRA forms now. One is for appointment. mm, Two is to inform central government. Three is for cost audit report. Four is to submit it, the same to central government. So let's see whichever is earlier. File a notice of such appointment with CG within 30 days of period of board meeting. Such appointment is made. A file of notice of such appointment with G within a period of 180 days from commencement of the financial year. Yeah, this is what we read in the previous things. Okay, here we can see CRA forms data. CRA1 forms in which cost record shall be maintained. Oh, just now I said appointment of cost editor. No, it is CRA1 is forms in which cost record shall be maintained. CRA2 information of appointment of cost auditor by the company to central government. CRA3 form of cost audit report. CRA4 furnishing the cost audit report to central government. In the next video, I'll explain this in detail and will continue with further content of this module. Thank you so much.